Today we are making s'mores blossoms, a thick and chewy graham cracker cookie topped with a fluffy and toasted marshmallow and then crowned with a decadent melted Hershey Kiss. And to me this is a perfect end of summer, beginning of fall treat. The first thing we're going to need is some Hershey Kisses. Now it doesn't have to be this exact brand or this exact flavor, just some Hershey Kisses, you get the idea. And this recipe makes 24 cookies, so depending on whether or not you're going to want to put a Hershey Kiss on top of each marshmallow, depends on how many Hershey Kisses you're going to need. Obviously if you want to do all of them, you're going to need 24 unwrapped Hershey Kisses. And the next thing you're going to need is 12 big marshmallows. Now I say 12 because we're going to take one and cut them in half. And I'm sure there's a lot of different ways you can do this, but a pair of kitchen shears or scissors works the best. Once I got all my Hershey Kisses unwrapped and my marshmallows cut, I'm gonna throw that in the fridge to stay cool. The next thing you're gonna need is some graham crackers. Now we're gonna need about 1 cup finely crushed graham crackers, which is about 8 of those little squares. And there's a couple of different ways you can do this. I like to just throw them in my food processor and give them a whirl. If you don't have a food processor, you can throw them in a Ziploc bag and then hit them with a rolling pin or something like that. Add your graham cracker crumbs to a bowl, and then we're gonna move on to our dry ingredients for our cookie batter, just to be clear. So to a medium bowl, we're gonna add 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, plus 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna give that a little whisk to combine, and then push that to the side for now because it's time to break out the stand mixer. To our stand mixer bowl, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of salted butter softened, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, and 3/4 cups of those graham cracker crumbs we just made. We're gonna let that mix together for about 3 minutes and get nice and fluffy, and then I'm gonna add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 egg. We're going to let that all mix in, and then we're going to slowly add all of our flour, our dry ingredients, until just barely combined. And then we're pretty much ready to bake. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And then we are going to scoop out about 1 tablespoon of our dough. We're going to roll that into a ball. Then we're going to roll our cookie ball into that leftover graham cracker crumb dust, whatever you want to call it, from before, until it's nice and covered. Then we're going to place that into a parchment paper lined baking dish, or if you have one of these non-stick mats, that also works too. Then we're going to bake these 350 degrees for about 9 minutes. Now let your cookies rest for about 2 minutes and turn your broiler onto high. And just so there's no confusion, I'm transferring my cookies to another baking dish because I'm not sure if that non-stick mat will stand up to the heat from the broiler. What we're going to do next is take one of our marshmallow halves and press it right into the center of our cookies, and pressing down until you see the cookies start to crack around the edges. Now you're going to want to work quickly here. You're going to place those cookies right under the broiler, right under that flame, no less than 30 seconds. Keep an eye on them, watch them carefully. Now it really is up to you how dark you want your marshmallows to get, how done you like them. I'm going for, a golden brown. As soon as they start turning golden brown, pull them directly out of the oven, and then immediately take one of your Hershey Kisses and push it right down into the center of those marshmallows while they're nice and warm. And that's it. Your Hershey s'mores blossoms are done. You can let these cool slightly and then enjoy them warm, but to be honest, I had a few of them later on in the day, and they are just as delicious when they're eaten cold. And this really is like a perfect end of summer, beginning of fall treat. All right, y'all, that's it for me. That's it for this video. That's it for me in this video. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next video.